brought to you by our friends at 98.7 Frank FM, online at frankfmradio.com, and on the always free to download Frank FM radio app.
Frank FM plays the greatest music of all time and has the biggest playlist of songs on the radio in New Hampshire. Frank features all your favorite songs from Billy Joel, Elton John, Fleetwood Mac, and Huey Lewis and the News. Frank cranks Queen, Aerosmith, Hall & Oates, The Eagles, Pat Benatar, and the Rolling Stones too. 98.7 Frank FM prides itself on being the station that everyone can enjoy at home, in the car, and at work.
98.7 Frank FM is the soundtrack of the Seacoast and the soundtrack of Exeter football. And don't forget to go to frankfmradio.com for information about local events and sign up to win cool prizes. Welcome back to the CB Show. This is episode 11, week 11 of the NFL season. And when the Exeter Blue Hawks recap, they lost 27-6 against Londonderry. That was in the playoffs. So they're done for the season. It's kind of sad for the seniors to see them lose that by that much. They were a good team too, but
all great things come to an end.
Yep. I'm just about to say that. Fantasy football 4-1-1. For the injury report, I don't think we have anyone major. Just Deshaun Watson kept getting banged up.
Derek Carr.
He got benched.
He had a shoulder injury.
But he came back from it.
It was Jameis Winston the rest of the game.
I thought he was benched. That's what my dad said.
Well, your daddy was wrong.
For fantasy point leaders, we got Devin Singletary in the running back position.
George Kittle for the tight end position.
Singletary was running
You got
very
Tank Dell
aggressively. He trucked a couple of people.
Kittle was just like a free man out there. Like no one guarding him.
Yep. He had a touchdown. You had Tank Dell, who was getting receiving and rushing yards.
Yeah, but he got delivered a blow. Like some dude came in from the side and came in when he already dropped the pass and got him from the side into the rib cage. It was nasty, but he came back.
For the past 17 games, Christian McCaffrey has had a touchdown. In the 18th game, he did not put up a touchdown. So that's kind of sad for Christian McCaffrey overall. So for Offensive Rookie of the Year, going back to that, CJ Stroud, he's putting up a great amount of numbers for passing yards.
Just between these 2 weeks, he could probably win it.
He's probably thrown I don't know how many INTs, one or two?
Three.
I think one. How many did he throw in this week's game?
One.
So he's thrown two.
Did he throw one against Tampa?
I don't know, but he's still only thrown two.
Yeah.
So that's a big factor, and the last 2 games he's had 2 winning drives. And for MVP, I think we got to go Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson.
But Mahomes hasn't had an MVP career. He just gets it because of his title and his name.
That is true. And then Offensive Player of the Year, I think we got to go AJ Brown. This one, he's had a great season so far, and Jalen Hurts is looking to him, and he is producing what the offense wants him to do. For Defensive Rookie of the Year, it's definitely got to be Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, or Max Crosby, one of the 3. Max Crosby has been a beast out there, always getting to the QB. TJ Watt just passed his brother JJ Watt in the sacks and 100 career games.
That's a lot of sacks.
With 88 sacks.
In 100 games?
Dude,
that's
he's
a lot.
in 96 games.
Yeah.
His brother JJ put up 87.5 sacks in 100 games, and he's behind Reggie
White.
Yeah, I think so. Or Miller, I think.
Reggie White. Reggie Miller
I think
is a basketball player.
Yeah, then Reggie White. He put up 102.5. It's very high. And then for Defensive Rookie of the Year, Witherspoon. It's got to be Witherspoon.
Yes,
for
sure. Who else? Will Anderson.
Yeah, Will Anderson.
I mean, they had the 2nd and 3rd round pick, so they better have gotten a good draft pick out of him.
Oh yeah, for sure. So that was our predictions for MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Defensive Rookie of the Year. What players are struggling to put up fantasy points for you, Caleb?
Oh, struggling. I'm gonna say George Pickens.
They aren't even throwing him the ball.
That's why he's struggling to put up fantasy points. It's unacceptable.
So, this is week 11 matchups. The NFL season already 11 weeks have gone by.
That's crazy.
The first matchup is
Raiders and Dolphins. So I think Dolphins are going to win this one, but the Dolphins D is going to have to really step up in this one. And Max Crosby.
Tyreek Hill's going to have to step up. He got walked down by the Chiefs defense.
Yeah, Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs defense isn't even that good. And now you're going up against the Raiders defense with Max Crosby.
Dude, he's a beast. He just gets in there.
I think it's scary for every QB going up against the Raiders,
especially Tua.
And Jalen Ramsey coming back, that's a big accomplishment for them. But I think, I don't know, he's never stayed with Devontae Adams. Actually, he's always gotten blown by him, and I think they're going to want to target Devontae Adams for that one reason. I also think the
Josh
Dolphins,
Jacobs might have a really big game.
Yeah, because Dolphins can't stop the run at all. I was just about to say that, but so the Dolphins D has to step up a lot.
Yeah,
and they're just coming off a bye week, so hopefully they can step up. Fresh new legs, as the people call it. I do think Dolphins are going to win this one, but it might be a closer game than you would expect.
I'm gonna have to take Dolphins on this one. Dolphins D, like you said, really needs to step up. And Max Crosby, he's gonna be blitzing a lot. He's gonna be getting to the quarterback fast. So it's really important for that offensive line to really step up their game and make sure that they can stop him.
And for Tua to get the ball out of his hands quickly.
Yeah. And he needs to target Jalen Waddle more, honestly. Like, everyone knows that his first read's always to Tyreek Hill, and that's where he's gonna go most of the time. But people are catching on to that Tyreek Hill, like his moves and stuff, his quick spin moves and his jab step into the ground. I think that since people are catching on to that more, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to start getting Jalen Waddle
and
more
other
targets.
People are watching films of their opponents.
Yeah,
and we're catching on to it.
Yeah,
they've got to catch on.
I'm gonna take Dolphins on this one, but I think it might be close.
Next matchup, we got a little divisional game. It's the Jets and the Bills.
I'm gonna have to take Bills on this one, Brayden. I think
the Jets have been performing really well, higher than our standards, with Zach Wilson being their QB. They've been doing really well. They won week 1 against the Bills, but I just don't think that's going to happen again. I think Josh Allen's going to perform to his standards.
Josh Allen has been underperforming by a lot. He's been performing. This is not his team. This is not how he normally plays. I think that Josh Allen needs to get into a rhythm, and he needs to find a way that he can start winning games for this team again, because this is not how he's performing. How people expect him to be performing. And
me personally, I think the
Patriots stop. So I think the Bills are going to win this one, but Josh Allen needs to step up his game, or else the rest of the season might be ugly.
I think this should not be Josh Allen's team anymore. I think he should get traded away.
Well, then who do they go to?
But I think we give the Bills, we get Josh Allen in return for Mac Jones, Juju Smith-Schuster, and 5 other wide receivers with maybe 1 or 2 picks, and we have Josh Allen. I mean, because we have 20 wide receivers.
We should get Allen and Diggs for Mac Jones, bunch of first-round draft picks, because we're going to have a lot of those.
Yep.
And we can give Kendrick Bourne, Demario Douglas.
Juju.
Yeah.
Yep, all those.
Yeah, they're all good.
But yeah, I think I got to take the Bills on this one. But, Stephon Diggs is really calling for that ball now. And, I think Josh Allen has to step up more in the pocket and give it to him.
Yeah. I'm going to have to take Bills.
I think I've got to take Bills. Next matchup,
we have the Ravens.
The little divisional round.
Again. Yep, we got the Bengals and the Ravens. I'm taking Ravens on this one. Lamar Jackson, last week he did not perform very well against the Browns, but I don't think that defines him as a quarterback, and I think that he's going to step up his game. He's going to target Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews a lot. Mm-hmm. And I think that is what they need to win this game, and I think that the secondary for the Ravens is very good, and that's going to stop Jamar Chase's offense.
Marlon Humphrey has locked up Jamar Chase in the past. I don't know if this will happen again, but you also have T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd.
Well, T. Higgins has been out like half the season.
But he still has those threats around him, Joe Burrow. And I think the defense for the Bengals is really solid, and I think that can stop the offense and slow them down a little. Maybe they allow 14 points or something like that. But I think overall, the Bengals are going to pull away with this one.
All right.
Next matchup I think this is a matchup of the week. Not
rematch of the Super Bowl.
The Eagles and the Chiefs. I do think the Chiefs are going to get blown out here. I'm not blown out, but like
they're not gonna. They're not gonna win.
The Chiefs' defense is not the best. They stuck with the Dolphins, but at this point, I don't know if that's saying much.
I kind of expected that.
And the Chiefs' offense is Patrick Mahomes. Hasn't been performing to his best standards. Travis Kelce, he's been doing all right. Doing Travis Kelce things, but
on and off the field.
Yep. And for the Eagles' offense is Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown. The rest, if you walk down A.J. Brown, give him a double ear, he's lost it up to Devontae Smith. He's probably 75% of the time he's coming down with the ball. And, I think DeAndre Swift is looking really nice out there. And Jalen Hurts is able to run the ball, maneuver around in the pocket, unlike Mac Jones. I think I have to take the Eagles on this one.
Yeah.
So for our mystery matchups, we have
the Titans and the Jaguars.
For the Titans and the Jaguars, this is going to be a pretty nice game. Speaking of the fact that the 49ers blew out the Jaguars, I think the Jaguars are a good team overall, but not a good team to stick with the 49ers as we saw last week. I do think they can pull away against the Titans, though. Will Levis slaying the ball to DeAndre Hopkins a lot. He hasn't had the best game 2 weeks ago. I don't know how he did this week yet, but he's done all right so far. But I don't think he's going to be able to stick with Trevor Lawrence in the Jaguars. Their defense is very solid, and I do think they can stick with DeAndre Hopkins in the Titans offense.
So since the trade deadline and the Titans gave away Kevin Byard to the Eagles, I think the Jaguars offense is going to have an opportunity to do some damage to this Titans defense. So I'm going to take Jaguars.
Next matchup, we have a little rivalry here. So if you want to reenact.
You can take a guess. Take a guess what this matchup is.
That was Myles Garrett versus
Mason Rudolph.
Rudolph hitting him in the head. This is a big rivalry. I'm excited to actually see this game. So the Steelers, I think TJ Watt's going to get to them, but this is also Myles Garrett. So let's see who's going to be the better defender this game. And overall, I do think the Browns are going to pull away with this one slightly and barely. They just won against the Ravens. Deshaun did it really well. He's a little banged up overall, but it's all right. Doesn't really affect him. All that matters is that he comes into this game prepared and is hopefully win this game for the Browns. On the other side, Kenny Pickett had a decent game, but you need to target George Pickens, like we said in Fantasy Football 411. And that's basically all I have to say. What do you have to say for it?
I'm gonna take Browns in this one. Deshaun's looking good out there. So he just needs to limit the incompletions and the interceptions.
We've seen before that Deshaun gets out of the pocket quickly, and so I don't think TJ Watt's going to be as big as a deal than like your average QB who moves around in the pocket every so often.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to take Browns.
I'm going to take Browns on this one. Deshaun just needs to target his primary receivers, like Elijah Moore and Amari Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
And he needs to get the ball to those guys, and when handoff comes, needs to sell it so Kareem gets a chance to do something with it.
So, you guys are wondering, we have not been picking Patriots games for the week for the top 5 matchups or top 6, whatever. And the reason is because the
they're
Patriots
awful.
Just aren't doing well overall, and sad to root for a team that is doing terrible, but they had their winning seasons, and I think they have to make some improvements overall. That's basically why we haven't been seeing the Patriots. I think we should get rid of Bill Belichick. He's done a lot for the Patriots, but I think it's his time to go. Hasn't been doing the best. I think we should get rid of Mac Jones too and get Caleb Williams. Get some, if best, like a player and some trade draft picks. But I don't know. I just think that our season is over. Hopefully we can get the first round pick. That's what I'm hoping for at this point. So, yeah.
Yeah. So like Brayden said, I think that they just need to like almost start a rebuild process like what the Texans did. But they need to just I don't know what their deal is. They just need to like, get better on both sides of the ball. And
definitely.
Like whatever that means is whatever that means. If it means firing your head coach /
fire Bill Belichick
/ general manager, then you fire him. If it means firing your starting quarterback, get rid of him. So whatever you need to do, just do and make the team better as best you can.
We want to give a special shout out to one of our podcast sponsors, Fremont Pizzeria. Located in Fremont, New Hampshire, you can dine in, order takeout, or delivery. Having a party and don't want to cook? No worries. Call Fremont Pizzeria for all of your catering needs. Let them know the CB show sent you. Fremont Pizzeria. It's more than just a pizza place.
All right, so getting back to our segments, we just had NFL matchups, so you already know what time it is. And it's going to be some fantasy football trivia time. Well, not fantasy football, football trivia time. So when I say football, you got to say trivia, obviously. You already know the rules. So, football.
Trivia.
Football.
Trivia.
Football.
Trivia.
Let's do this.
Alrighty. Got a doozy this time. Which year did the Houston Texans play their first season?
1939.
Wait, which year did the Houston Texans play their first season? Yeah.
1939.
No.
1942.
No.
1938.
No.
When was it? Like 1930s, 1940s?
No.
1920s?
No.
50s?
No.
60s?
No.
70s?
No.
80s?
No.
90s?
No.
10s?
Yes.
2015. 1915.
No, it's in the 2000s. Because they were the Houston Oilers.
Just
2002.
That's the dumbest thing.
No, wait.
How many Super
No,
Bowls?
because that was the Titans. Titans were the Oilers.
I don't know. How many Super Bowls did Barry Sanders play during his career?
3. Higher or lower?
Lower.
None? He didn't play in one?
Did you see through it?
No, I just because he was on
none,
the Lions.
But he is also often ranked as the greatest football player to never play in the Super Bowl. Same with Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
As we know.
Okay, Terry Crews was selected in the 11th round of the 1991 draft. Which team picked him?
Texans.
No.
Saints.
No.
Patriots.
No.
Cowboys. Giants. Green Bay. Jets. Buffalo. LA. Chargers. Rams. I totally knew that one.
Yep, you knew that one. Is there any left?
No. Which kicker is the all-time leader in field goals made?
Adam Vinatieri. With? So there's another one? He's tied?
No, like with how many field goals?
500. Is it in the 500s? 501.
Higher.
By how much?
A lot.
590?
Higher.
596.
Higher.
598.
Higher.
599?
Yeah, bro. Barely didn't get the 600,
You didn't get it.
Bro. Didn't get it.
Why did the coach go to the bank? Or why did the football coach go to the bank? To get his quarterback.
Why did the football team talk to the ghost?
Why?
Because they needed a little team spirit.
All right. Where did the football players go to get different uniforms?
Where?
New Jersey.
What type of tea do football players drink?
Penalty.
What type of masks do football players wear on Halloween?
Face masks. All right. That's a wrap for this week's episode. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to click that like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Also, don't forget to follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Also, don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at thecb.show. And don't forget to set your lineup.
Blue 80 set hike!